All right, let's make sure everything's working. All right, let's make sure everything's working. Okay, audio is good and we are ready to go. All right, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Malin getting ready to start up a new rebuild here in Madden 26. I talked about at the end of the last video with the Cowboys that it was probably going to be the Cleveland Browns, but I said, you know what? I want to go with a team that I think is honestly in worse shape than the Browns. I mean, they just had to have the #1 overall pick. They also fired their head coach in the middle of the season. I am going to be controlling Brian Callahan for this one of the Tennessee Titans. As you can see, his approval rating is average at 45% as we start this out. Our offense coordinator, Chris, is at 50%, and we have Aaron Ward, our defense coordinator, at 50% as well. So this is really about building everything from the ground up in terms of the Tennessee Titans. I mean, you look at those overalls. We're a 79 offense, 81 defense, 79 overall. This is definitely a team that definitely is in need of a lot of work. But we have the #1 overall draft pick, Cam Ward. He's starting out at a 72 overall, but I got a feeling that within the first few years, he will progress to being in the 80s, if not maybe even next year. Because one thing I've noticed about rookies, especially rookie quarterbacks, if you draft them and you play them in the first year, they can progress really quickly in just their rookie season alone. So he may be up to the 80s before next season even begins. The backup is Will Levis, who is 69 overall, and we've got Brandon Allen as the third stringer at 54 overall. Former Cowboy Tony Pollard is our starting running back at 83 overall. I don't know how much longer I'm actually going to keep him because Pollard really isn't a superstar running back. He's a good running back. I mean, he's not the same player that he was in Dallas, but 83 overall running back is not too bad. Spears is 79 overall. We have Mullings, who is 70, and a 67, Julius Chestnut. We have no fullback, so I'm actually going to go sign one. Our top receivers is Calvin Ridley at 79 overall, and we've got a 74, Eric Iomanner, 72, Van Jefferson. Dyke is a 71 overall. We got a 65, Bryce Oliver. And our tight end is Chigoziem Okonowo, 75 overall. Helm is a 68, and we got a 62, Davis Martin. Moore is our tackle, left tackle, 73. We got a 79, Peter Skoronski is our starting left guard. Our center is Lloyd Cushenberry at 75. We got an 89, Kevin Zeitler, although at 13 years in the league, something tells me he's going to retire, and it actually looks like that he's already hurt. So unfortunately, we actually might not have him for this season. And 76 overall, LC Latham. So our top offensive lineman is hurt. Zaire, who is an 89 overall. Edge rushers, Dreamont Jones is only a 76. We got a 75, Arden Key. 94, Jeffrey Simmons, one of our top players. Sweat's not that bad. It is 79. We got a 78, Sebastian Joseph Day. Sam linebackers, we don't have any, so I'll go and sign one. Cody Barton, the former Washington Commander, is a 78 overall middle linebacker. Our will linebacker, Cedric Gray, is only a 76. Our top corner is L'Jarius Sneed, who is an 80 overall, but it looks like he's actually hurt. 78, Roger McCreary, who in real life just got traded to the LA Rams before the trade deadline. Daryl Baker, 76 overall. We got a 72, Samuel Womack. Free safety is Xavier Woods, former Cowboy, 81 overall. 78, Amani Hooker. Kicker is Sly at a 76, and we've got a 75 punter. Our long snapper is Morgan Cox. So I want to see really quickly what our injury situation is looking like because I saw some guys that are injured. So all of these guys are done. Will Levis is our backup quarterback. That's not that big of a problem, an issue. Zeitler, dislocated shoulder, but he's week to week. So that's BS. It says he's week to week. It's not on IR, but his return can't be questioned. So it's like, I don't know. Kind of dumb to me. Well, you know what? If he can't return, I mean, he's week to week, but... So we already at 52, so we can actually afford to sign somebody. Well, we actually need to sign some players anyway, so I'm going to go ahead, and we're starting up the preseason, so I'm not going to go for, like, top free agents and stuff like that, but I am going to go ahead and get a fullback. I'm going to sign Blossom Game to be our starting fullback for this season because we don't have one. We need one. And we also do not have any Sam linebackers. So I'm going to go ahead and get one. Sonoe Taki. We're going to sign him. And we're also going to sign a backup. Let's go ahead and bring in Ochan Mathis. So we've signed these guys. So that way we can kind of have our roster looking a little bit more proper. So we got our starting fullback. We got Blossom Game. And we have Sam linebackers now. Taki, 72, 64, Mathis. So we're looking better there. I think I'm going to go ahead and actually sign a right guard as well, because if Zeitler is going to be out for the whole season, that's not looking very good. The top guy, Layden Robinson, I'm going to go ahead and sign him to be our starter for this season. So we have some depth there. So let me see. Going into the preseason, so let me see what things are looking like now. So yeah, so Robinson, I'm going to put him in. Of course, it's out. So we're going to have Hance be the other guard. We're going to have Slater, the backup there. All right. Robinson, got that. Yeah, Sam linebackers are looking better. We actually got 2 on the roster now. I guess McCreary actually is out, probably. Okay, so I'm actually going to go ahead and sign another cornerback, if that's the case. Really looking for a depth guy, not. Let's go ahead and bring in Troy Hill, backup corner. I could have gone for some of the top end guys, but we're not looking to really win a whole lot in the first year. If I really wanted to do that, I would have tried something else. Yeah, Troy Hill, we're going to bring him in because we don't have McCreary. He's hurt, even though in real life he was traded, which I'm probably going to look to do in real life, which I'm probably going to look to do just like they kind of did in real life. Okay, so we've kind of filled out the roster a little bit. Our roster is at 57 players. Now we're going to go ahead and get through the preseason and see how Cam Moore does during his first preseason action. I did do a Tennessee Titans rebuild a couple of Maddens ago, I believe in Madden 24. But that was a different time. That was when Derrick Henry was still on the team and Will Levis was the starting quarterback. I did have Will Levis quarterback the team that season, and he did lead to the Super Bowl in the first year. But this is a different era. And like I said, I'm kind of at that point where I'm going to probably repeat a few teams at this point, just because I've done different rebuilds. And a lot of the same teams for the last few years in the NFL have been poor. But the Titans are the worst. So they're looking for any kind of spark. And we have another new injury, apparently. Kevin Winston Jr., strong safety, 1 to 3 weeks with a broken finger. I want to see what are our safeties looking like, our strong safeties at least. Okay, well, he's our backup, so I'm not too concerned about that. What's the injury again? Let me see what the injury is, or how long it is. 1 to 3 weeks, so he'll probably be back for like the regular season. So I'm okay with keeping him, not signing anybody. I mean, technically, this is the era we can sign as many players as we want. And we picked up another new injury. Okay. All right, last game of the preseason against the Vikings. We lost to the Falcons in week 2, and we lose to the Vikings to end the season. Then we picked up 2 new injuries again. Ridley is out for 3 to 5 weeks with broken ribs. Mullings, yeah. Pollard is out with broken ribs as well. Goodness gracious, our running backs are really nicked up, and Spears is out as well. So we're definitely going to need to go pick up a running back. No question about it. We only have 2 healthy quarterbacks right now, because Levis is out for the year, and he's on IR. We only have 1 healthy running back. We only have 4 healthy receivers. I mean, we're going to have to trim a lot of these players, and then we're going to have to keep getting some more because of the fact of we don't have enough depth for this season. Okay, so Zyder, it looks like is ready to come back. So I am going to do penalty. Okay, I'm going to move Robinson to the practice squad then. If Zeitler is ready to come back and play, we're going to do that. And I'm going to move Gay to the practice squad. I do need to go out and get another left edge rusher, I feel like. We got a lot of defensive tackles, so we can cut some of these guys. Ranville, move you to practice squad. Okay. But we absolutely need to go out and sign some players for help. The top running back available is Cam Akers. Right now in free agency, we are signing him. Give us some running back help. We're only going to go with 2 running backs kind of at the start of the year. I'm okay with that. Left edge rusher, we need to get another one. We'll go with Shaq Lawson. He's a scheme fit guy, 72 overall. Bring him on. Of course, we're going to have to cut players because of this, but at this point, it is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. All right, so let's take a look at our depth situation now. So Cam Akers is going to come in, and he's going to be our starting running back for a little bit until we get Pollard and Spears back. Blossing game, we only have 4 receivers. I'd honestly like to go out and sign another one if we could. All right, so edge rushers, we got Shaq Lawson coming in here. We've got probably more defensive tackles than we really need. They'll do a penalty, so I don't want to do that. I'm going to go ahead and cut Tuttle. I'm going to go ahead and cut him as well. Okay, so I kind of honestly want to go and sign a receiver for help due to Calvin Ridley's injury. We're going to bring in Nelson Aguilar to help. Hopefully he doesn't drop too many passes. I'm really piecing this roster together with, street guys, and all that kind of stuff. So this is interesting. All right, obviously we're going to have to make some cuts because we did this. So let me see what that does for our receiving room. So Io Manor is still going to be our top receiver. Nelson Aguilar will be our number 2 receiver, but we have 5 receivers now. So at least the depth is a little bit better there. So it makes me feel a little bit better going into the season. Probably might have to cut linebacker here. Mousy, we're going to move you to practice squad. And, yeah, we're going to do that. Okay, so this is basically the roster that we're going to go into the season with. We got a bunch of players hurt, and we're just going to have to go with that. All right, let's choose our draft class. For the download center, let's go with go with this one. I believe this one's like 7 rounds, which is like the most deep class. Let's go and get this one. Yeah, this one's looking pretty deep in terms of all the different positions. There's Love, there's Zachariah Branch, Antonio Williams, Clemson, Jordan Tyson, Cardinal Tate. Yeah, this one's looking pretty deep. All right, awesome. All right. Okay, we do have trade offers here. We have trade offers for Tony Pollard. But I know that we can't trade him. Let's just review some offers. Better be something good. I mean, Duvernay, that would give us another receiver. Dax Hill, that would give us a little bit of help at corner. Calvin Austin, Jalen Watson, Perriman. No, none of those are really looking great. I'm going to go ahead and decline the offers as of right now. Looks like we got a practice squad player signed. Yeah, Layden Robinson was picked up. I'm not surprised. But I didn't think that Zyder was going to be ready for week 1. So, paid the price for that, but it's what it is. All right, so let's simulate to the middle of the season, see where the Tennessee Titans are at, see how good we are. How many more injuries and how many more injuries we might have picked up. Just saying. Well, it's good that we're actually going to have Zyder for this season. Although, unfortunately, it may be his last season, being 13 years in the league. But he's getting fragile. Well, I thought that's how we would start. Start the season out 2-5. Although, I actually thought we'd only have 1 win by this point, if I'm being completely honest. Looks like Dak suffered a major injury, so that's not good for my Cowboys. Let me go ahead and check the injury report. I want to see how many we have that are still hurt. So these guys were already injured to start the season. Dixon is our backup right tackle. So it looks like we've gotten our running backs back, including Tony Pollard. So that's good. But it looks like the guys that we have that are hurt are Brandon Crenshaw and James Williams Sr. So we're getting healthier. So that's good to know. So let's take a look and see whose contracts are up and who we got to worry about. Roger McCreary is somebody, I mean, quite frankly, I feel like I really should just go ahead and trade him right now just so we can get him off the books. But I don't plan on bringing him back. We would have to offer him a lot to keep him here. Hooker is, I think, is our backup strong safety at this point. So, and Okonowo, we can probably improve at tight end. Draymond Jones. There's really nobody in the 80s also. If there was somebody in the 80s that maybe we can, look at replacing, then I would consider that. But there's really nobody. So I really think pretty much all of these players are expendable. Maybe except for Zeitler, but I think he's going to retire. So I'm going to come back to that. Troy Hill. No, I don't think so. I might bring back... no, we could probably... No, we're about the kicker. Too much. We do have to... we'll definitely pick up the 5th-year option on Peter Skorinsky. He's only 24 years old. Still probably has a lot of growth in front of him. But there's really nobody that I'm thinking about bringing back. But that's okay, because it looks like that if I don't bring back anybody, we're going to have a lot of cap space to probably go and spend in free agency. A lot of amounts. Playing the Colts this week, they're 6-1. We're 2-5. I don't know how many wins we're going to get the rest of the season. And we lose to the Colts only by 3, so we're not getting blown out in these games, but still. And any new injuries that we've picked up at this point? Looks like none, so that's good. Except for Jamal. Well, James Williams Sr. is still banged up. He still leads me with a foot fracture, but he's our backup middle linebacker at this point, so I'm not too concerned about that. So let's keep simulating week by week. I'll play the last game of the regular season since it looks like we're not going to be a playoff team. There's no way we're going to be a playoff team this year with a record like that. Bye week this week. We are improving a little bit during the season where we have 80s across the board, so there's little improvement there. As far as the coach central, we're average with Callahan, and we're very bad with Aaron Ward, though. So we may be changing defensive coordinators this offseason just to kind of get the ball rolling to get things a little bit better. But as far as the approval with Callahan, I mean, it's only his first season, so we're not in the red in terms of everything being very bad to the point where I feel like I'm going to lose his job. We're going to lose our job within the first year. So that makes me feel at least a little bit comfortable. We're 2-7. We're playing the Texans, who are 4-5, and we actually get a win. And but we also pick up a new injury, and it looks like that Arden Key has a foot fracture. He's out 1 to 2 weeks. Jeffrey Simmons, probably our top player, has a PCL sprain. He's week to week. So we got depth problems at the edge rushers, and our top defensive lineman is hurt. All right. As far as the division standings in the AFC South, we're at the bottom. The Texans are the only team in front of us. They just beat us, so therefore they're the third-place team in the AFC South. The Colts are looking pretty good, just like they are in real life. So I got a feeling that's going to be the team that we're going to be chasing for the division title for the next few seasons, if they keep Jonathan Taylor intact and some of the key weapons that they have, including Daniel Jones, potentially. I assume they're going with Daniel Jones. And we lost to the Seattle Seahawks. So once again, we are 3-8 now. Key is still out. Looks like Simmons is back. But Lloyd Cushenberry is out 5 to 9 weeks with a foot fracture. Dislocated. Yeah. So I'm actually going to go ahead and put him on IR because at this point we don't have a lot of games left in the season. So I'm just going to go ahead and put him on IR. He actually structured his contract already. I'll go ahead and do that, and I'm going to put him on IR. So now we can actually go and sign somebody for depth to help us out on the offensive line. Let's go ahead and get another center. Let's bring in Connor McGovern to play for us for the rest of the season. So let me see what this does with our depth chart now. So yeah, McGovern will be our starting center the rest of the year since we put our starter on IR. We have Shaq Lawson having to start over there now. Simmons is back. So Roger McCreary actually is back playing. Looks like he is our top corner. That might be more of an incentive to actually try to keep him, although it may require us offering him a pretty hefty deal to do so. At the worst, we can franchise tag him. Okay. So let me get to the negotiating screen and let's take a look. We have $130 million. McCreary, let's start with the neutral deal, see what he says. Okay, interest being here, absolutely. So we're going to have to offer probably something that's a little bit more player-friendly than that. But I think actually just to keep a decent corner, he's our number one corner. So, I mean, he is our number one corner right now, I think, based on overalls. Is he? Actually, no, that's Snead. I know Snead's banged up. Okay, so you know what? Snead may be banged up, so we're not going to revisit stuff with McCreary. We're going to let him walk. Playing the Jaguars this week, they're 6-5. And we actually beat the Jaguars by 2. So we're getting a few more wins than I actually thought we were going to get, if I'm being brutally honest. Let's go ahead and actually do some ability upgrades with Callahan here. anymore, so we're going to go ahead and go with that. All right, Cleveland is 6-6, actually. I'm a little bit surprised. Maybe they started Shedeur Sanders by now. Go ahead and play Cleveland, so one worse team going against another pretty bad team. And we beat the Browns by 6, so we are now 5-8, and we're actually no longer in the cellar. We're in third place in the AFC South. A little bit surprised at that. Unfortunately, Zaire got hurt again. He's week to week. Dislocated hip for Draymond Jones. Already got him on IR. Daryl Baker, one of our corners, out 5 to 9 weeks. All right, well, I'm going to put him on IR. All right, so Daryl Baker, you're going on IR. And I'm also going to put Draymond Jones on IR as well. We're basically going to assign some free agents to take their spots for the rest of the season. So let's go out and get a left edge rusher. Let me double check really quickly. Okay, so all right. I just make sure I got positions. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to go get another edge rusher because Draymond Jones is the backup to Oladipo. So, the corners. Snead and McCreary are both healthy. Baker's hurt, but Troy Hill is still here. We got Womack. Okay, I'm not going to go sign anybody then. We're just going to keep what we have. All right, playing the 49ers this week, but they're bad. They're 3-10 this season. They're having a rough year. They must have injuries all over the board. I'm sure McCaffrey's one of them. We've actually had a little bit of a winning streak here, and we keep the winning streak going. It looks like I think we've won 3 consecutive games now at this point. Maybe finally Cam Ward is starting to play well and look like a decent rookie. We're 6-8. We're 1 game back from the Jacksonville Jaguars. So we're not completely out of the playoff picture yet, but we pretty much are actually. We're third place in our division. There's no way we're making the postseason. But this season has gone better than I expected, although it doesn't help with our draft position, and we're going to crash back down to earth against the Chiefs. There's no way we're beating the Chiefs this week. Not with all the injuries we have. And we upset the Chiefs by 1? Oh my goodness. These wins are coming like crazy. This is shocking. We've got all these injuries too on the offensive line, defensive line. One of our corners is out. This is crazy. We've got the 6-9 Saints coming to town to play us this week, and we are going to beat the Saints. We're 8-8. We're second now in the division, and we play the Jaguars this week. We're in the playoff picture as of right now. If we win this game against the Jaguars, I think we'll be in the postseason. I did not expect this in year 1, but I'm going to play it. I'm going to see what we can do. First things first, let's check the injury report and see if we got anybody hurt. Who else we got hurt? Okay, well, everybody here is on IR. So yeah, everybody's on IR who we already put on IR. Okay, actually, yeah. Okay, well, we're okay with edge rushers now. We've been winning. So we got a chance to get into the playoffs and clinch our spot if we beat the Jaguars this week. So this would be absolutely huge. We're 8-8. So Cam Ward has a chance to get a signature win in his rookie year and put the Titans in the playoffs. In order to do it, we got to beat the Jaguars. So basically, it looks like whoever wins this game is going to the postseason and the loser staying home. This is a win and get in game. To the surprise of everybody, including me, we got a chance to make the playoffs. Unbelievable. This team is not bad. But I didn't expect us to be this good as we drop the pass on first down. Van Jefferson can't hold on. All right, but we make a stop on defense. We're back on offense with Ward. Got a third down and 10. Io Manor makes the catch out of bounds on the side. Io Manor, I think, is going to be a player who we're going to be looking at as a future, number 1 for us, or number 2 if we draft somebody, maybe their overall is like a little bit better, but not super, super better. All right, let's run it with Cam Ward. Picks up the first down on the ground. Ward has some traits kind of like I was talking about with Deontay Wheeler of the Cowboys. A little bit of Michael Vick in him. Scrambling ability. Traits that we rarely see in quarterbacks nowadays, but his ability to run. So we're going to be utilizing it. Helm, our tight end, makes the catch. Touchdown, Tennessee. We get on the board first against the Jags. Here we are on defense. At the end of the first quarter here. We got a 2nd and 4. Alright. And then we'll get the playoff. It's the end of the first quarter. We're up 7-0. Can't believe we got a chance to make the postseason if we win this game. It's crazy. I mean, rebuilds are crazy. We might as well go for this. Try to make the postseason in year 1 after starting 2-5. And Trevor Lawrence overthrows his open receiver. That guy was wide open. I can't believe Lawrence missed it. And knocked away by the defensive back, incomplete. We're going to settle for the field goal. Alex Hunter couldn't hold on to that one.
It's a 36-yard look from the left hash.
All right. Jaguars are on the board with the field goal. Well, we've got momentum. All right. Here we are on offense again. Second quarter. We got a 2nd down and 1 situation here. From the football with Pollard. Go, Tony. Cowboys should have tried to keep him. I mean, I know Javonte Williams is good now, but I mean, seriously, I felt Tony Pollard was worth keeping. You might call me crazy, but Jerry Jones is crazier than me. But whatever. Oh my, why did you not block that guy, Seitler? There were like 3 guys that converged on Pollard there. You're supposed to block them.
On their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game.
Tight end, open, touchdown. Cam Ward with another touchdown pass. Both tight ends. All right. So we got a chance to go 2 minutes here. We've got all 3 timeouts. Oh my goodness, we couldn't even get the freaking snap off. Probably should have called a timeout there instead of running no huddle, but. Oh, I tried to use her with Ridley. I almost got it. This might be a Campbell going to screen pass this deep into territory. All right, let's give it a shot with Pollard. Get those blocks. Get the. And the Jaguars called timeout. I thought we had a chance to get the first down. We're at 14-3 though, so I'm not too concerned. We'll just go ahead and punt it. Play defense the rest of the half.
On comes Johnny Hecker. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
All right. So it's the third quarter now. Looking like a bit of a stalemate. Well, the Jaguars are back in it now. We've got a 3rd down and 3. We're in the 4th quarter. Still 4 minutes to go. We're in field goal range.
Now as they face 3rd and 3.
I'm actually audible to a run play. It might be a bad idea, but actually, we do pick up the first down with Pollard. Pollard 10 carries, only 33 yards. Having a bit of a rough go at it, but
set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
I'm still thinking that Tony Pollard is worth keeping. I don't think he's worth trading away just yet.
And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
83 overall running backs, they don't grow on trees, so hard to retain that if you don't keep guys like that. 2nd and 6.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Oh, dang it. I tried to run up the middle with Ward, but couldn't get anywhere.
They're going to call their first time out. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Looking to throw.
And that was...
incomplete in the end zone.
Well, we're going to have to settle for the field goal. At least it makes it a touchdown deficit. Well, makes it a 6-point game. So, Jaguars are going to have to go the distance for the win. They're going to score a touchdown.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Trying to get into the postseason.
Lawrence throwing here. He's on the quick hitter.
Someone almost got that first down.
At the 39-yard line. Just a yard left to go.
Well, we still got the 2-minute warning, so they're not spending timeouts just yet. They have 2 of them left.
From the shotgun, Lawrence finds him over the middle.
First down completion, Brian Thomas there.
Set it down. It's the 2-minute warning.
All right, it's 2-minute warning. We're up 17-11.
Down by a touchdown.
All we got to do is make one more stop, and we might be able to get into the
They'll head
postseason.
up, 1st and 10.
Not might, we
42.
will. We're going to clinch the postseason berth if we can stop.
Setting up to pass. Short pass.
Traps.
And he gets it across midfield and into Titans territory.
Not spending any timeouts yet. I'm a little surprised. Why are they running?
They're backed up.
Simmons makes a huge play. That was not the best decision they could have made there with running the football. And Hunter almost broke away from that UB for a touchdown. But the safety came over to make the play. Wow. Lawrence is scrambling. Oh man, they're already inside the 5-yard line.
Quarterbacks, Brock, you already got to have short memories. You tell me this too. Defenses need them sometimes.
They should be taking timeouts. I feel like we still have a chance to stop it. Now they're going to call their final timeout.
Coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Hey, Lion. Looking to throw it. And he catches it to tie this game in the follow-up.
Lead blown. Now we got to answer with a drive of our own. And Ridley, timeout. Unbelievable. Calvin Ridley made a great catch against his former team, too. And we're in field goal range in basically one play. Look at that throw from Ward. Unbelievable. Great pass. That's the look of a franchise quarterback right there if I've ever seen it. Let's go ahead and call another timeout. I want to go as far as we can before we kick it. But now I think we can run the football. If we pick up this first down. Set this thing up in the middle of the field. All right. I'm going to wait to spin that final timeout. Like 2 seconds left. Timeout. On our final timeout, we're in field goal range. So after our defense blew the lead in the final minute, we have a chance. They have no timeouts left, so they can't ice the kicker. 32 yards for the win and to put us in the playoffs. Slide just became a hero, and we are in the playoffs in the first season of this rebuild. So, not what I was expecting, but we finished the season 9-8 after starting the year 2-5. We only lost 3 more games for the whole year. Although we almost lost this one, though. Not gonna hold, too much. Not gonna forget that. But Cam Ward made that final throw to Calvin Ridley to give us a chance for a field goal, kick it, go into the playoffs. So that is unbelievable. It's an unbelievable way to clinch our first playoff berth of the rebuild. And needless to say, I think Brian Callahan his approval rating is good. Although Aaron Ward, our defensive coordinator's approval, is still very bad. I think even if we win in the playoffs, we're going to have to fire him at the end of the year. And we got to play the Colts to open up the postseason. So that's going to be a pretty interesting thing. As far as injuries, Jihad Ward is hurt with a hip pointer. So, yeah, we don't have any new injuries, it looks like. Snead is still banged up. So, this is who we have to go into the playoffs with. We won our last game in dramatic fashion just to get into the postseason. So, playoffs in year 1 of the rebuild. Broncos against the Patriots. We're going to face off against the Indianapolis Colts on the road, our division rival. Then we've got the Ravens against the Chiefs. The Bills have the number 1 seed. NFC, the Bucks have the number 1 seed. And then it's the Lions against the Seahawks, the Eagles against the Commanders, and the Rams against the Packers. As far as, I guess, let me see about the rest of the standings. I want to see, what else happened. Well, Dallas finished 7-10. I'm not surprised about that. I just want to see how my Cowboys did, just out of curiosity. Okay, so now let's go ahead and play the wild card game on the road against the Colts. I'm going to change up the uniforms a little bit. Let's go with the... Go with the aqua blue pants. Wild card round. In year 1 of the rebuild, we're in the playoffs, taking on the Indianapolis Colts, division rivals. All right. And we're on defense to start things out. I did not expect us to be in the playoffs in year 1, but here we are. But we're facing a pretty good team, and the team that won the division in the Colts. And Jonathan Taylor gets a pretty good game here. I mean, it's a 4-yard pickup, but still. Could have been worse if our DB didn't make the tackle.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Taylor again. He's going to work ahead for a couple here. It's 3rd down now.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Operating from the gun, it's Jones.
And Jones finds his target for a touchdown. Old strike first. And they're up 14-0 before we can... 17-0 before we can even blink. Well, it's our first playoff game. It's Cam Ward's first playoff game, too. So there's going to be growth here for years to come. But we pick up a first down with Jefferson making the catch for us. All right, we got a 1st and goal opportunity here. 2-minute warning, but we got a chance to finally get on the board here. So, try to punch this.
On the gun, it's Ward. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that makes it 2nd and goal.
Check the Eagles! Check the Eagles!
Out of the shotgun, it's Ward.
Ward runs it up the middle for the first touchdown. Saw the opening, figured I'd take it. All right.
Tennessee to the line. 1st and 10. Ward's going to throw it.
Oh,
Deep shot there on
I had a
first down.
chance there.
Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Even if we just get a field goal chance,
Here's Ward.
I'll take that.
That's
All right.
it's hung
Tight end makes the
downfield.
catch, called timeout.
How is that for some breathing room, huh, Brock? Gets him away from the goal line up to the 20. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that first down play. And the defender
Look at
redirects
the
that
tips
deep
in
shot.
the right
Nicely
hands.
done. Incomplete. After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 once again from the 20.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard
Again,
line.
Ward going to the air.
Io Manor.
Downfield, he's got it. And he will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. Titans in the hurry up, trying to get this play off fast.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Ah, we're taking a lot of time.
1st and 10 here. Ward.
And that was
Gonna fall
bad pass.
incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
All right, well, hopefully we can get this to the middle of the field, past the logo, and let's try to get an attempt to kick it, and we don't. We go back.
Mistake. He's intercepted
Do
again.
it.
Nick Cross has it. And the Colts
All right, well, it's not an impossible deficit being down 10 at the half, but Indy's on the verge of scoring again, so that is concerning.
bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Running right. This is Taylor. And this one's
They made a great tackle right there.
For that defense as they send him backwards. Drive's been moving nicely, but they went the wrong way on that last snap. It's 2nd and 13. On the shotgun, it's Jones.
And we get another sack fumble, but we don't recover the fumble. That happens so often that we get sack fumble, but we can't. Not just in this franchise, but in this game.
Third and pretty long. They've got to figure out. 3rd and long for him here. With the screen to Taylor. And he's brought down.
Make the stop, forced Colts to kick the football. So it still keeps us in this, but we got to come up with a touchdown on the next possession.
I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field.
We don't do anything.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down.
One,
From the gun, here's Jones.
Jones gets completion to Mo Alley Cox.
He's got it inside the 15 before going out. To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down.
First down.
Here's Taylor from the pistol. And they make the stop after giving up 6 yards. Good run on 3rd.
Old score here. I think the game's out of reach.
Woods on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
Blitz
and
coming
4
for Jones.
at the 6-yard line.
And he carries it in for the touchdown.
I think that's pretty much all she wrote. And Colts scored. Yeah, now they're blowing us out.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Ward off the play fake. Lasers this one deep down the middle.
And it's picked
Get
again.
him yet again. Kenny Moore with the pick.
Yeah, so we got no chance to score points. But you know what? Hey, it's our first playoff game. We'll learn from this, and we'll
As
improve.
one side leaves dejected,
I didn't
another
expect this team to be in the
can
playoffs
finally
this
at
season
least
alone,
briefly
but
relax.
it just shows how much work we still have to do. And then again, we had a lot of injuries this season, but just to get to the playoffs was a heck of an accomplishment by Cam Ward. But now the expectations are going up a little bit. So now I think really we can, be better than most people think that we might have been going into even year 2, including me. So I'm looking forward to seeing what this team can do in the offseason. We're going to have a decent amount of cap space, and we'll just determine what we want to do. Let's check out the Pro Bowl roster, see if any of the Titans made it. Looks like none of the... Cody Barton made the Pro Bowl. And it looks like that's it, though. So Barton, our middle linebacker, is the only one who made the Pro Bowl this year. Let's check out the coaching central. Yeah, I think we're going to move on to a new defensive coordinator at the end of the season. Let's check out the playoff bracket and see what happened. So in the wild card round, the Broncos beat the Patriots, and then the Ravens, they beat the Chiefs. So Lamar Jackson finally beats Mahomes. Then the Ravens beat the Bills on the road. The Broncos beat the Colts. So it was the Colts and the it was the Broncos and the Ravens in the AFC Championship. And the Broncos are going to the Super Bowl. Seahawks, they beat the Lions, and then the Commanders beat the Eagles by 3. Packers beat the Rams, so it's the Packers taking down the Commanders, and then it's the Bucks taking down the Seahawks. Bucks, Packers go up to Tampa, and they beat the Bucks to get to the Super Bowl. Not surprised since they have Micah Parsons on their team now. So let's go ahead and see who wins the yearly award, see if any of the Titans were up for anything. Maybe Cam Ward was up for Offensive Rookie of the Year. The MVP is Josh Allen. Of course, somebody from the Titans. Coach of the Year, Brian Callahan actually finished 7th. Not too surprised that he was actually getting some votes, because to take a team that had the number 1 pick in the draft to 9-8, making the postseason, I think he deserves some accolades, and I think he's definitely bought himself some time, especially making the postseason. Offensive Player of the Year, there's no Titans there. Defensive Player of the Year, nobody. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Cam Ward finished just behind Travis Hunter for the award. And also, Eric Iomanner finished 6th for Offensive Rookie of the Year in the AFC. Defensive Rookie of the Year, there's no Titans. Best QB, Cam Ward actually came in 10th overall for the AFC. The best running back, no sign of Tony Pollard. Best receiver, no Titans. Best offensive lineman, no Titans. Best defensive lineman, nobody. Best linebacker, Cody Barton finished 8th. Of course, he made the Pro Bowl this year. Best DB, McCreary finished 9th. And best kicker, we had Joey Sly came in at number 5. So we almost had Cam Ward win Offensive Rookie of the Year in the AFC. Thought maybe he had a chance, but didn't quite get it done. So let's see who wins the Super Bowl between the Packers and the Broncos, and then we'll get to the offseason. We're going to change defensive coordinators and move on from there. And the Packers win their 5th Super Bowl, and they beat the Broncos 28-7. So in the rematch of Super Bowl 32 from 1997, the Packers get their revenge, and the MVP is Edgerrin Cooper, the middle linebacker of the Packers. There's all the yearly award winners. Peter Gaffney is Sean Payton. He must not have allowed his likeness to be used in the game, so therefore he's not in the game as a coach. But it is what it is. So we are going to, let's see, Coach Central. Staff week, Phil Staff. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and advance to next week. This is where we can finally change coordinators. Coach Central. All right, Aaron Ward. Let's see. Manage. How do we manage staff? Coach Central, coaching carousel. Yeah. Chris Alleyne, our offensive coordinator, job security is good at 4%. But Ward, you're fired. All right. So now we got to find a new defensive coordinator. So let's find one. Let's see. Is there a former head coach that got fired that we could possibly look at? Percent unlocked. This guy, Emmanuel Ortega, looks like he might be the best idea. So let's go ahead and hire him. All right, so we got a new defensive coordinator. He's going to start out as average, Emmanuel Ortega. He's up to level 11, so he's on the same level that Callahan is in terms of his abilities. So I think that'll help us out next season. We've got a new defensive coordinator. So now we got to take a look at who. Let's go ahead and pick up the 5th-year offer for Peter Skorinski. And Roger McCreary, you did okay. So you know what? Let's go ahead and do a player-friendly deal for 4 years. Offer's perfect. Can't wait for next season. All right, That's great. And I think, though, none of these guys are starters, except for our tight end. He is a starter, actually. So, yeah, we're going to let everybody go, and we're going to go ahead and advance to free agency. We have $132 million to spend. But I am going to go ahead and restructure some of the contracts of some of the players who we can restructure. So let's go ahead and try to restructure some contracts. That'll free up $7.31 million for Jeffrey Simmons if we restructure him. Ward, can't restructure him. He's still on a rookie deal. But he is our second best player now, up to an 83 overall. So he's not. So he is up to the 80s, but he's not in the high 80s yet. So there's still some growth there. Right, they'll free up some room if we restructure Tavondre Sweat. What about Pollard? He's still under contract, so I think in Spears, let's see. Pollard has 1 year left on his deal, and so does Spears. I'm almost tempted to swap Spears this offseason for a pick. Just to, and then maybe, I think we need to draft a running back, somebody to go behind Pollard, maybe get ready to take over for him in the near future. Maybe we don't bring back Tony. All right, so that'll free up some more money there. But we're also going to look at free agency and see what's out there, because there could be a really, really good player out there, maybe a really good running back or a wide receiver. I think we definitely need some receiving help. There's no question about that. We have to do better than what we have at receiver. I mean, Io Manor did some good things, but we got to get somebody to go alongside of him, I feel like, because we just need to get better. We don't really have like a bona fide top receiver, like somebody that's going to be that go-to guy that when it's 3rd and 1, we're going to be looking his way, and it's somebody for Cam Ward to depend on. Got to restructure Ridley, save some money there. I mean, Ridley looks like he could be that guy, but he's still only at a 78, and Io Manor is just about at the same rating as he is. So we still got work to do there for sure. Okay, we got some restructuring going on there. Cedric Gray, can't restructure him. Barton. Okay, we got some money freed up by restructuring him. All right, let's actually go position by position here. Levis, I'm honestly tempted to like, I don't know. I mean, I feel like, well, I'll keep him as the backup just in case for this season. He's only got 1 year left on his contract anyway. We do need to go get another fullback this offseason. And we definitely need to get some receiving help. Even if we get somebody just for depth, that's going to help out a lot. Helmut's not that bad if he has to be a starter. I'm not completely sold on him, though. I mean, I think we still need to look for other options. Dan Moore, decent offensive lineman, decent left tackle at 74 overall. We've got Peter Skorinski, who is still young and improving. He's probably, well, other than Zeitler, he's our second best offensive lineman. Actually, no, Zeitler might have retired. I'd be surprised if he did. So we definitely need to go get a right guard. Yeah, I'm double checking, every player, seeing how much money we can free up. Yeah, these guys are pretty low rated, so they can't really be restructured. I think we've just about reached the end of the line of players we can restructure, actually. I'll see, we can't restructure him. We tried to restructure Snead. I think we actually already did restructure him. Marcus Harris. Oh. New kicker and punter. And a long snapper. Okay. But one thing I will say is that we've got a lot of money to do that. So let's go ahead, take a look at free agents that are available. We have $176 million to work with. That is a lot. The top receiver available is Devontae Adams. Now, he would be a massive upgrade, but he's not interested really at all. We would have to offer him a crap ton of money, and I just don't want to do that. That's just spending too much, if you ask me. Rico Dowdle is a free agent. Daniel Jones is a free agent after playing well with the Colts for 1 year. That's surprising. Aaron Rodgers, he's also a free agent. I mean, Rashad White, he is a free agent. But there's no really good running backs that are better than what we already have. Now, Marquise Brown, Hollywood Brown, he would be a pretty good option at receiver. I think I'm going to go after him. He's the second best receiver available in free agency. Let's make him an offer. We're his only offer, actually, so we might be able to get him for a decent deal. Tight ends, we do need some improvement there. The guy that we let go actually is one of the top guys. Higbee is there, but he's not too much better than what we actually already have as our starting tight end. So I honestly tend to skip tight ends this year because there's really nobody in the 80s that could really change things for us. There's no better left tackles than what we already have, especially guys that are interested. What about left guard, though? Left guard, probably. No, Skrinsky's there. Okay, we definitely need a right guard, though. Right guard. We do need some depth on the offensive line. What about right guard? Ed Ingram is out here. Robinson, who we just signed. But you know what? I'm gonna go after Ed Ingram, the former Texan. He's interested. Let's make him an offer. There's really nobody too much better than what we already have. We had McGovern last year as our backup center, so. Taylor Motton, but he's not interested in coming here. All right, what about defense? Let's take a look at defense here. Got a 79, Elijah Doe. He'll be back next season. Oh, yeah, right edge rusher, we need some help at for sure. Sam linebackers, yes. If there's a will linebacker, maybe some more corner depth, yeah. Okay, all right, let's get defensive here. Okay, there's really nobody better than what we already have. I gotta look at edge rushers again. What about the left side? Is the left side pretty decent? All right, we got a 79. Oh, yeah, we got to get it. There was that right edge rusher that was looking pretty good. Yeah, right edge rusher. DJ Wonham, the former Carolina Panther. Yes, that would be a pretty good upgrade for a right edge rusher. Let's bring him in. Yeah, Sam linebackers. Oh, there's a few out here. But they're actually guys that we like. So you know what? I'm going to bring back Taki. He only wants a 1-year deal anyway. Let's bring him back. And we can only do one more negotiation. It's really no good. Let me take a look at safeties, actually. Our safeties first. All right, free safety. Woods is an 82. There's a guy in the 80s that's a strong safety. I think it might be worth it. For the first wave, we got to kind of go after guys that, yeah, Jabril Peppers would be pretty solid. Let's go after him. Neutral deal, 3 years. Where's only offer? Okay, so we've targeted a decent amount of players. We're not targeting like the top-end players, but some of these guys are pretty good. Marquise Brown, Jabril Peppers, Ed Ingram, DJ Wonham, and Sanoe Taki to bring him back. We can only do 5 during the first wave, so let's see if we get all 5 of these guys. All right. Let's check out the retirements because I didn't look at this last time. Okay, so we did have McGovern retire. Hill is retiring. So is Jihad Ward, and so is Hecker, our punter, Zeitler, and Morgan Cox, our long snapper, did retire. Okay. All right, then. So let me see. Did we sign? We signed all 5 of our targets in the first wave. So that's good. But getting Hollywood Brown, I think, is going to help us out definitely to improve a weak receiving core. We needed some firepower there. No question about that. So getting him, I think, is pretty nice. Okay, so now we move on. Let's see. So now we do need a long snapper, and we do need. There's no long snappers available though. We do need all players. Okay, I forgot I was looking at the wrong thing. Long snappers. Okay, there are long snappers available. Let's go after just Josh Harris as a long snapper. 1-year deal. Just need a long snapper. Bring him on. Kicker and the punter. Go with Daniel Carlson. Let's bring him in. 1-year deal. It's better than Slides, so. And we need a punter. Let's go after Bradley Pinion. Okay. Not spending a whole lot. I mean, we still have $127 million to work with. Okay, so these are our targeted guys for the second wave. Kicker, punter, all of our special teams are targeted during the second wave of free agency, basically. Harris does have another offer from Atlanta, but we got a better offer than they have towards him anyway, so I'm okay with that. So now let me take a look and see kind of what we really need to address as far as maybe like some depth. We do need a third-string quarterback. Our running back situation is not that bad. We do need a fullback. So automatically Marquise Brown becomes our top receiver at 82 overall. Really an Io Manor decent, but that definitely gives us help at receiver that we absolutely needed. I'm debating about whether I should, look more seriously into a tight end, but we need some offensive line depth for sure. We need a backup center, we need a backup right guard, and a backup right tackle, and a backup left tackle. Okay. All right, so we need a backup. We need backups at like all the offensive line positions. Go after Max Mitchell. Bring him in here for depth. 1-year deal. Where's only offer? Center. Ryan Nutsil. Okay, and we also need a backup right guard. For Ingram, who we just signed. Let's bring in Daniel Brunskill. Bring him in on a 1-year deal. And we need a backup right tackle. Matt Pryor is interested, even though he doesn't fit our scheme. We're going to go after him. All right. So we can still do 3 more negotiations. We're doing a lot of depth pieces, really. We're taking care of our special teams. None of these other guys have other offers for them, so I feel like we're going to be able to land all of them pretty easily. All right, let's go to defense. Take care of that. Defensive tackles, we got 4, and I think I'm going to look for some more in the draft. We need a backup Sam linebacker. Wait, Carlson still have? Oh yeah, we're still in the second wave. We have the 20th overall pick in the draft. So, yeah. Okay, so I think as far as depth, we're pretty decent, but let me go out and get another Sam linebacker for depth purposes. Because we already got Taki to be our starter once again for this season. Let's go after Dennis Gardeck for a backup. Let's take care of our linebacking core here. We're actually his number 1 offer, but we do have other competing offers for him. So right now, these are all of our targets, going after our entire special teams, punter, kicker, and long snapper. Ryan Nosil, Matt Pryor, Daniel Runskill, Max Mitchell, and Dennis Gardeck. All those guys we're targeting for depth players. So let's see if we land all these guys. Targeting 8 guys. We're spending, looking a lot in free agency. So let's see. Did we sign everybody? We got the kick. We got the punter. We got the kicker. Got the long snapper. We did get the backup. Okay, good. We've got everybody. All right, we've gotten everybody that we've targeted. So that's great. Okay, so we do have. Let me check the roster and see one more time. We could go after some more guys for depth. Oh, we need a fullback. Let's go and get one. We might not have a good amount left. Oh, there's not too many bad ones. Ben Van Smuren is most interested. He's also a scheme fit guy. We're going to bring him in. He's a 64 overall, but still, I mean, fullbacks are always, you can always go get one. So we'll do that for that. But let me see if there's maybe any more positions I want for depth. We could use a third string quarterback. We're going to get a fullback. Receivers, I think I'm really going to look at the draft for a decent amount of those. Tight end as well in the draft. I think there could be some really good tight ends available. Our offensive line, I think, definitely improved with free agency. DJ Woonem is not too great, but he's more of an improvement than what we had, so makes me feel better about that. Our linebacking core is about the same. There was really nobody better out there at a lot of the linebacker positions, so kind of just went with what was available. But Jabril Peppers was a decent signing. Carlson and Bradley Pinion. Got the long snapper. Josh Harris as well, so yeah. So, all right then. I'm probably going to change some of those numbers before we go to the draft, just to kind of mix it up a little bit. Take a break real quick, guys. I'm also tempted to maybe see if, because of the amount of cap room that we have, if maybe we can make a big trade for a position that we really could use an upgrade at. But I just can't really think of anything that I would want to sell the farm for, And with the draft, I mean, I want to put some faith in that we can get better there at a decent amount of the positions. So I don't really think it's worth it right now in the first offseason to go after and make a big trade for maybe another receiver or a very dominant running back. And then again, we don't have like first-round picks stacked on top of each other. I am open to trading Spears to get some maybe some better depth at other positions for, or maybe another draft pick. But I think I'll wait to do that during the maybe the beginning of next season. So yeah. And plus, if Tony Pollard goes down with an injury for some reason, or if Spears goes down, if Pollard goes down with an injury, then Spears is going to have to be the guy that goes in there, and I'm going to want to have him as opposed to not having him, if that is a realistic scenario that happens. So I think that I'm probably just going to go with the way that things are for right now, and then maybe think about trades if we're not getting anywhere past the first year, because like I said, the expectations have raised up a little bit now. Made the playoffs with loss, but still. So now it's kind of like I expect this team to be better and make the postseason once again, and maybe even have a little bit of a better record than 9-8, maybe like 10-7, 11-6. I don't know if that'll happen based on the moves that we've made, because sometimes lightning can't strike twice, but Cam Ward definitely got better in the first year. That was a big plus. So it definitely shows that we have a good young quarterback who I think is going to be a franchise guy. So it's good to have that. So I think we're going to be set there. All right. So now, but let me just take a look at the roster, maybe see if there's anybody we could potentially maybe look at to trade. Oh yeah, we could use a third string quarterback. So you know what? Let's go out and sign one. Aaron Rodgers is still there. But we're going to go ahead and just bring in Cooper Rush to be back at quarterback for us. 2-year deal is actually what he wants, so that'll help us out in terms of us having a decent backup quarterback for the next few years. So that'll be nice. All right. Is there any other position that maybe we could just use some depth at? I mean, I think receiver is good with getting Marquise Brown, so we're good there. Let me take a look at tight ends just one more time to double check and make sure that we didn't really miss out on anybody. I mean, we're not going to be able to get, the guy that we let go. He's going somewhere else. Darren Waller is there, but he's not interested in coming here. You know what? Just to give us some more help, he only wants a 1-year deal anyway. I'm going to go ahead and sign Tyler Higbee. I know that might not be anything too crazy in terms of major help for our tight end room, but at least it gives us 2 tight ends in the 70s. And Higbee is actually more of a scheme fit guy than Helm is. So I just think it might help a little bit for more weapons on the offense. All right, so let's go ahead and advance to the draft part of the offseason. Let me double check and make sure that we've got those 2 guys. Did we get Higbee? Yes, we did. We were his only offer, so I think there was little doubt that we weren't going to get him. And Cooper Rush does agree to come to us, 32 years old, 69 overall. So let me go ahead and adjust now some of the numbers for some of the players. So Will Levis is number 8. Spears is number 2. Carlson, we'll keep him in wearing number 3 because I know that was his number. Brown, I know, wore number 5. Io Manor was wearing number 9, I think, at Stanford. Eric Io Manor, I think he wore 9 at Stanford. He did. No, he wore number 13, actually. Okay. But I don't think 13 is available. It's worn by Bradley Pinion, but I don't know if that's actually his number. Bradley Pinion. He does wear number 13. He's wore number 5 in the past. All right, he'll wear number 5. Brown, I want to give him like a single-digit number, though. He can actually restructure his contract immediately. I didn't think about that. Like when we sign these guys, we can immediately restructure them. Well, 9 is available. Let's give him number 6. Let's give Brown like number 6 or something. Let's see, what other numbers has Marquise Brown worn? I know he's pretty much worn number 5 or number 2, but number 2 is worn by Spears. Looks like his first year he wore number 15, but I don't think 15 is available. 16 is available. Let's put him with 16 for now. And let me see if anybody else wearing 15, if we could change that number. Oh, that's Cooper Rush. Yeah, Cooper Rush. Who's wearing 10? might be nobody. Yeah, maybe we give him a 10. Yeah. Let's get Cooper Rush number 10. Actually, restructure his contract a little bit too while we're at it. Okay, so we'll give Brown 15, like he used to wear when he was in his early days in Baltimore. I like to just, have the numbers, kind of be recognizable with maybe a number that a player used to wear if I sign them as free agents, just to kind of have some familiarity. This is what I like to do. All right. So Higbee, he can wear 89. So bringing him in, I mean, that gives us, 2 tight ends that are 73 overall. So it gives us some decent depth there, at the very least. Let's see, Ed Ingram, what is his number? Looks like with the Texans, actually the Vikings, he's worn like 67 or 69 with the Texans. Okay, so he'll stay at that number then. DJ Wonham. Looks like he's worn 98 mostly. Well, he can't wear that one. Maybe 97. Stretch the contract too while I'm at it. Yeah, give him 97. Snowy Taki. Snowy. One like 4, page 16, kind of been his number. Well, who is he currently playing for right now? Is it the Patriots? Or the Minnesota Vikings? He's on the Vikings as of right now. But I don't know what his number is. Let's see what Wikipedia will tell me from this. Taki, he wears number 40. I don't know if 40. No, 40 actually isn't available, but let's give him something like in the 40 range for now. Actually, 44 was one number he used to wear with the Browns, so that might actually be an okay number to give him. Dennis Gardeck. Looks like it's been like 45 or 42. Give him maybe one of those. That. So Josh Harris, our long snapper. Caring about him maybe a little bit too much here, but still. He's got number 4 on, which is a weird number for a long snapper to be wearing. I'm sorry. Sorry, that was just my dad texting me. I was just reading a text from my dad. I think that's it in terms of number adjustments. Jabril Peppers, I know, wears 32, but I don't think that one's available. But let's structure the contract first. Let's see. Oh, he's actually wearing number 5, but he did wear 21. Let's see. Maybe he'll see somebody who's wearing like 21. Let's take that off of them. Oh, it's McCreary. Yeah, Peppers, let's give him something like 32. So, yeah. Daniel Carlson, Bradley Pinion. Everybody's looking good as far as jersey numbers. All right. So now, you got to get ready for the draft. That's what we got next week. Okay, so now we're going to get ready to start the NFL draft.
Welcome.
Here we go. Now it's time to determine what's up. Hold on a second, guys. Hey, Dad. Actually, believe it or not, I'm just playing video games, but I can pause it right now. I was playing Madden. I know that's crazy to say, but yeah, let me stop this thing here really quick. What's going on? What happened to the car?